You're watching The Late Night Show here on NBC. I'm here with Venkat Mokkapati, class of 2015.
Hello, everyone.
I'm sitting here with royalty. He is the homecoming king. How does that make you feel? How are you feeling about this?
I'm very flattered. I feel good that everyone in my class voted for me. That's a good feeling. And it's nice to be holding this crown right now. I didn't want to put it on my head because hair problems and it gets knocked off easily. And this is really wrinkled because it was super rainy while I was getting crowned. So
now you said you were voted into this position of royalty.
Yeah.
Was it democratic, or did you have to twist a few arms to get there?
Yeah, it was pretty democratic. It was just the senior class that voted though, so it wasn't up to everyone who goes to Muhlenberg. Also, there was an interview process where we talked to some faculty members, a board of maybe 4 or 5 of them, and then they kind of narrowed it down as well. So there were 2 components.
Did you promote yourself in any way? Hang flyers? Do a silly dance? Some?
Yeah, so I didn't go overboard. I didn't put up any flyers or anything. I thought about it, but I didn't do it.
Everyone knows me.
Right. So why try too hard? So yeah, what I did was I saw that one person had posted stuff on Facebook, and then I was like, why aren't I running? Or I didn't even know this was a thing. But then I checked my email, and then it was you can vote for whoever in the senior class for homecoming court, homecoming king and queen. So then I was like, why deny myself an opportunity of fame?
There you go.
And
Speaking of social media,
Yeah.
I followed you here before the show on Twitter and saw that your profile picture, you've got a 20-pack abs there. Did that influence your...
Yeah, that's definitely 100% real. It's not photoshopped or anything.
No, of course not.
Yeah, no, that was actually from in high school. I used to have these crazy birthday parties where I used to just invite 10 friends, and then we would just do crazy things and make a movie or
What crazy things did you do after you found out about winning homecoming king? How did you celebrate?
I did absolutely nothing. I just I don't know, did my homework and continued to be a good student and a model student. I suppose.
Deserving of his royalty.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not big on parties, but maybe I am, and I'm just not saying.
You are the king, after all.
Yeah.
You're supposed to uphold that status.
Yes. Yeah.
So, do you feel changed from becoming king? Do people look at you and now more people know you? You have sort of a royal presence.
Yeah, I mean,
campus.
Initially everyone would like come up to me and be like, "Oh, Your Highness," like etc. But I don't know. Yeah, now it's just like back to normal. Like maybe like, you know, whoever acknowledged me before acknowledges me, and then
until you bust out your crown.
Right. Yeah. No. Even like the day of, I didn't really like wear the crown. I just wore it like while the crowning was happening, and then it was like raining so much, and I was drenched, and everyone else was somehow like pretty dry. And when we were sitting on the bleachers, like the 2 people sitting around me on the homecoming court, they had their umbrellas. And they were like initially guarding the top of my head too, but then
your Secret Service.
Eventually there was like a gap between the umbrellas, and then all the rainwater was like pouring down onto my head. So that was
good thing you had a hat there.
Yeah, I mean, I did afterwards, but this is while I was like waiting. So I was like really, really wet, like Jack from Titanic in the end scene where like Kate Winslet is just like not conceding her space on that whatever floating thing.
The door thing, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like turning hypothermic. So I just went back to my room, and I was so wet, and then I just changed into like dry clothes, and then I just like put this stuff aside. And this was like soaking wet too, so that's why this is all wrinkly right now.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. How were your years here at the campus? How did you gain a following? How do you think you won this?
I guess I kind of have like, my popularity is like very enigmatic, I guess, because like I'm not like on the football team or like a cheerleader.
You're not a cheerleader.
Right. My freshman year, I guess I was like kind of popular-ish. Like I was just like very gregarious, and I like to talk to people. Not so much anymore. Like I feel like I've found my friends, and then I like don't go out of my way to like talk to everyone. But I mean, I think that comes with age and maturity.
So it's that subtle, mature approach to...
Yeah, maybe. But also, like, another thing that I found, even in high school, is that, like, when you go up to higher grades, like, every year there's, like, a set of seniors that graduated and a new set of people that comes in that I, like, didn't get to know that well, because you don't really, when you come in as a freshman, like, you have to get to know everyone because you're, like, new to school and you have to, like, get along with everyone. But then after a while, you just, like, stop getting to know people as much, and yeah. So, like, every year I feel, like, more and more alienated, I guess. But not really. Like, it's great. Like, you know, so I'm involved in stuff.
Do you feel like you belong in a certain social group? What kind of guys do you hang out with?
Well, I'm a neuroscience and film studies double major.
What do you do with that?
I don't know. Well, next year I'm going to medical school, so I guess that, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so I have, like, a lot of sciencey friends who like, study all day, I guess. And
but also that artsy take on things with the film side?
Yeah, ever since, like, high school, I've really liked to make short films. And in high school, I used to do National History Day, and I used to make, like, history documentaries. And one year I actually went to the national level in Washington, D.C. To present my documentary, so that was exciting.
What was it about?
It was about Mao Zedong. Don't ask me details now.
Oh, okay.
I won't remember.
Yeah, sure.
And then the year before that, I did one on the partition of India. And then that went to, like, the state level, but I was, like, one place away from going to nationals, so I was, like, really determined to keep doing it, because I really love just, like, editing, and I was really into, like, documentaries and, like, kind of making educational things too. But now I like to just do whatever, like, short films or whatever.
So is that your side hobby, and then neuroscience is your career path?
Yeah, I guess so. But actually, so I had a little experience with Hollywood my freshman year. I auditioned for a show called The Glee Project, and then...
You're on campus?
No, in New York. I just went to, like, an open call with my friend. And then, so, yeah, I kept just, like, not getting eliminated. And that's, like, a singing competition show, kind of like American Idol, but, like, more of a reality.
You sing, too?
Yeah, a little bit. So, yeah, so then I got called back to LA. And then I went to that, like, a week before finals, so I missed, like, a week of school. So yeah, and then I got, like, really, really, really close to being in the cast of that. I made it to, like, the top 28, and they took 14 people out of that for the show.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that was, like, traumatizing, but also really, like, a shaping experience and influence on my life, I guess.
So you seem to conquer whatever you join or get into.
Yeah.
Either being the homecoming king or...
Yeah.
In
I guess, I just like to try a lot of different things and, like, not define myself by one, like, monolithic experience.
So are you feeling intimidated going out into the workforce and starting fresh again?
Yeah, I guess it's, like, weird just not being in college anymore and having to, like, pick one career path and, like, do that for the rest of your life, and, like, that being kind of, like, the separator between now and death. But I think that's what life is, so... Yeah. I don't know. There's always opportunities to, like, incorporate all of my unique talents, so I'm like, not too concerned about, like, missing out or whatever.
What other unique talents do you have? Is there anything that most people don't know about you, or they won't guess that you were interested in or had the ability to do?
Okay, I can speak, like, a lot of foreign languages. I was really interested in that, like, throughout high school. I didn't really continue through college, but I took, like, AP Spanish and AP French in high school, and then I took a little bit Latin. I taught myself a little bit Chinese in high school, and then I speak 2 Indian languages, and that's about it. And I've studied, like, some other languages a little bit for fun, but not really. Like, I don't have, like, fluency in them.
Are you interested in traveling or working abroad?
Yeah, definitely. I haven't traveled too much as it is, because I just like to kind of, like, emulate language environments for myself to immerse myself in, like, by talking to myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, since I haven't really
had... He talks to himself.
Yeah. That's problematic. But I've been to, like, India and, like, Canada, and then, like, an airport in France on the way to India. But, like, I've never really been to that many other countries, like, just to travel or, like, tour.
What's your favorite place in the world?
I really like Portland, Oregon, because I was born in Beaverton, Oregon, which is, like, right next to Portland. Okay. And it's, like, a really interesting city. I was just there one summer before this past summer for my best friend's, my childhood best friend's older sister's wedding. So it was really nice to just, like, go back after all these years and kind of see it. I only lived there for, like, the first 8 years of my life, and then I moved to, like, Pennsylvania or whatnot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you have so many things going for you. What would you say are some of the top qualities, or what's something that you like to brag about?
Oh, definitely my good looks and my personality.
There you go.
But I think that speaks for itself.
Are you a fashion guy? You were cautious to put on the crown to mess up your hair.
Oh, no, I like to pretend that I'm like really good at fashion, but I don't know anything. Actually, you might know Delia. She's a senior. Maybe you don't, but today she was like, "What are you wearing?" So yeah, maybe I'm not the best. Yeah, but like, usually when people say that, they're just like trying to make conversation. But yeah, this isn't so bad. This is like something. But you're fashionable too. Look at that.
Well, thank you. So, where is a place that you would like to visit in the future?
Anywhere.
Anywhere?
Yeah, I'm just like ready to get out of
If you had to pick up and move and just stay somewhere for a while,
move.
where would it be?
Antarctica. I'm fascinated by the culture and like, you know, the snow cuisine and like the snow, the penguins.
Wow. Do you have anything keeping you tied down?
Let's see. Well, my family is in the United States now.
All in one central area or scattered?
Yeah, like around Allentown. And then I have like cousins and aunt and uncle in like California and like other parts of Pennsylvania. And then I have like a lot of relatives in India. So I need to go back to India. That's somewhere I need to go. But like, I don't know if I could live there because it's a little bit crazy. Like, it's very, very intense.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, we found out a lot about you today.
Yeah.
Here on the Late Night Show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to Venkat. And tune in again.
Thank you.
Gonna be the main event like no king was before. I'm brushing up on looking down. I'm working on my roar.
Unlucky.